Okay, I'm here with Patricia and Ronald Goss, so no reason why I can't put your name first.
That's right.
Although it's not as traditional as... And you're here as senior members of CPAC. Have you been here at CPAC many times?
Just one other time.
One other time. What year did you come last?
Last year.
I was not here last year or the year before. I missed 2 years because money was a little tight. So what made you decide to come last year for the first time, and what made you decide to come back this year?
Well, our main purpose to come here is to try to help challenge and encourage all statesmen, politicians, to do the right thing because it's right. Quit worrying about whether they're going to be reelected or not, and worry about the future of our nation, what's best for our nation. That's what my concern is.
Integrity, integrity, integrity.
Integrity, integrity, integrity. And one of the things that we do is we give out a card. It says the greatest one of the world is the one of men. Men will not be bought or sold. Men are no souls are true and honest. Men who do not fear to call sin by its right name. And men whose conscience truly duties needle to hold. Men will stand for the right though the heavens fall. And we're looking for people that are willing to be people of integrity.
Well, it's funny you say that, because I often argue that the first virtue, the virtue that every other virtue cannot function without, is courage. And it takes courage to show integrity when there's many earthly rewards for avoiding integrity, but they're earthly rewards.
And
the Catholic in me is rising to the surface at the moment as you say that.
The thing is that dare to be a Daniel, even though he stood to be a man of integrity, he turned out to be the highest president in one of the nations, in the pagan nations back in that day. This is what God will do for people who will stand for integrity. He won't let them down. Well, we stand up for him, he stands up for us.
That's the nature of God.
Yes,
now, who are you hoping, were you here yesterday?
Yes.
And what did you see yesterday that you enjoyed? Was there anything in particular that jumped out at you?
Well, just meeting different people from around the nation, getting their prospects of what they believe and what they're thinking and what they want for the country. Personally I believe that there's no man, no woman on this planet that can solve the problems that we have in the world today. It's going to take a higher power to be able to do that. But, however, God does set them up, God does take them down.
Well, God does, as it's often said, God doesn't choose the worthy, He makes those He chooses worthy.
Correct.
And they rise to the occasion, as Daniel did, as Gideon did, etc. Now, today, is there anyone in particular you're looking to see or hoping to see?
Well, of course, we've met with Mike Pence before, and we've been able to share things with him. The book, The Great Controversy, we've shared that with him.
Fine man.
We would like to see, he is. He's a very good man. It's interesting to me that he's a Catholic evangelical. Quite a combination there, but I believe he is a very sincere, I believe he's very honest, I believe he's a man of integrity. I think he makes, balances out and helps the Trump administration quite a bit.
I think the faith makes him a better man, and makes us, the country, a better man to have him. I think I have a theory concerning the president and religion, and I think that the prayers have lifted him. Even just mentioning the idea that a rally was started with the Lord's Prayer.
Yes.
To me is an excellent sign.
Oh, praise God.
Mm-hmm. Now I'm going to ask you the 4 questions I've asked all people at CPAC, because I'm trying to find out what people thought. During the primaries, my candidate had been Ted Cruz. Who was your candidate?
Ted Cruz.
So I am running into more Ted Cruz supporters. I had interviewed him. I think it cannot be, when you talk about a man of integrity, that's Ted Cruz.
I believe he's a man of integrity, and most importantly for me, he was a constitutionalist. Yeah. He understands the Constitution. And so far, in many cases, the Constitution is being repudiated with some of the different legislation that comes along. We've got to be careful. God gave those founders wisdom to put that document together. It's not something that we can just change as every whim, because we'd be in nothing but a bigger mess.
Now, for the general election, did you end up voting for President Trump, or did you vote for someone else? And if you did vote for President Trump, when did you make the decision to do so?
Honestly, I didn't vote.
You decided you just couldn't do it?
Just decided not to vote.
Did you decide the same? Yes. All right, well, that's fine. Now, the president's been in office about 40 days, well, no, 33 days or so. What do you think of the job he's done so far?
So far, I think it's good. Sometimes he opens mouth, inserts foot, but however, he is what he is. What you see is what you get. I believe that he's really willing and wanting to do what is best for the nation. I think that he's making some good calls to right his back. You know, the French Revolution, and you can get in trouble for saying things like this, but in the French Revolution, the two major things that brought on the French Revolution of the 1790s was they took God out of everything. Number two, any two people could marry. This was in 1793. We're repeating that history over again, and it will destroy us as a nation unless we turn to God.
And finally, is there a particular action item that you want to see President Trump do?
Well, I mean, he's working on it right now, dealing with the transgender bathrooms and that type of thing.
Big news yesterday on that.
Big news yesterday. He's under a lot of attack for it, but I believe the states do have the right to make the decisions of what the people vote. However, just like they voted in California, dealing with same-sex marriage or whatever, even though the people voted against it,
they wouldn't allow us to vote in Massachusetts.
Overruled it anyway, and then you've got judges who have not been elected that can stop and make decisions. You know, just like Texas said they will not support Planned Parenthood. Some judge who's not elected comes along and says, you can't do that.
But you will spend money. I think that's ridiculous myself.
It troubles me to no end that we will fight. People will fight and fight and fight to be able to destroy little babies. The same people will fight to be able to destroy little babies are the same people that will fight and fight and fight to protect the heinous murders of our land.
I agree. Well, thank you both so much for your time, and I look forward to seeing more of you around.
All right.